We are starting the cozy holiday season a little bit early. It's just the beginning of December. But we are going to kick it off with Fumu sending me a cute pair of glasses. So those that have been here for a while, you would know that I have worked with Fumu in the past and I adore them. They are super affordable. And the glasses that I got this time are super lightweight. I will have the model name up on the screen. But these are what I got. So these are just a pair of sunglasses. They're like a tortoise shell and they are gradient lenses. So you can see that they are darker up here compared to down here. If you want to check them out, the link is in my bio. It'll take you to the page. And my code, which I will pop up right here on the screen, makes them even cheaper. So thank you to Fumu for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into the cozy holiday vibes because today we're heading into Stardew Valley Winter. Okay, so here we are in Stardew. I've got the game open. We're gonna go ahead. I'm going to adjust my desktop audio just a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and load in. We're going to do a farm tour of one of my old farms. So you can see I've played this game quite a bit. We're loading into this one here. This is Meadow Grove. So it is day 13 of winter, year 4. You can see I've got quite a bit of gold. I've definitely spent a lot of time in this farm. It's been a while since I've loaded in. So we're going to go ahead and check that out and see what's going on over here. And I don't know, I'm excited to hop in. But here we are. My outfit is definitely not looking very wintry. So maybe do I have anything? Turtleneck sweater? My inventory is so full. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do this quick. This is probably, and I'm not going to lie to you, the one time that I actually have my, I don't remember getting golden eggs, but this is probably the one time that I actually have everything organized in a farm. But anyways, back to changing my outfit. So we had that blue turtleneck. Did I lose it? Turtleneck sweater. We will do, guess, a pair of blue pants. What is currently on my feet? Okay, we'll do this with these. Pop these back in here. We'll do maybe the tundra boots. Not hard to tell where I've spent a lot of my time here. Let's do the earmuffs. Okay, so we'll put these on because that gives me a little bit of something, and then some earmuffs. This turtleneck sweater doesn't look that warm. Do I have anything that's like warmer? Leather jacket. What does the bomber jacket look like? Still doesn't look that warm. Like, it looks like a short sleeve. You know what? I think we're good. I think. So there's my little outfit. So here is my house. This one is definitely not as decorated as some of my other ones. But you can kind of see what's going on. I apparently have 2 children in this save. Do I know what their names are? No. Violet and Freddy are my children. So here is little Freddy. Here are my fish. Here is Violet over here. I am married to Elliot. Why? I don't know. I have apparently a bunch of iridium cheese down here, so let's go ahead and grab that. That's always kind of a nice little find. And then I'll go ahead and ship. Oh, I've got some gold cheese. Alright, let me pop those in here. I also have some goat cheese. There we go. But yeah, definitely not as decorated. I have another farm that I have like fully decorated my house. I should have probably done that one, but it's not in winter. So it didn't feel very holiday-esque. Hello, Lewis. Actually, I was wondering, I know it's a little last minute, but would you like to accompany me on a bit of a trip? This is another mod. Okay. This is like I have a mod that you can romance different people, and Lewis is an option. I'm gonna say no for the sake of this. Anyways. Why did I load over there? Okay. So anyways, here is my house. You come out. This is my dog over here. And then I've got a few little lightning rods. We've got the fish stuff. I've got a lot of fish smokers. That was kind of a way that I like to make a lot of money. I've got some chests. These are my bee houses. I normally have flowers planted in and around here, like all in here where I have some empty spaces. So that's how I do that. I have a horse. You can see this is, I think, the Meadowlands farm, I believe. So I made a path that goes all the way up here as well. We have, how do I want to do this? Maybe we'll come down this way. So this is not meant to be here. That's a bit of an imperfection, but I have a shed right here. So if I go in, I was getting a bunch of diamonds put together. I haven't collected any because I wanted to put more in and around. Hello? When is my birthday? Fall. I can't do the 16th like I would like because that is a festival day. Anyways, sorry about all the mods. You can tell I've downloaded some that I haven't used yet in this save. But, so this is my little kind of like diamond section. And then over here, I've got my farm animals. This is my barns. So I've got a bunch of oil makers. We've got the big pond. This used to be full of glass. You can now see that they have kind of ate them all. But if I pop in here, so here I've got, it looks like some pigs and some ostriches. Over here, I've got pigs. You can definitely tell how I like to make money in this game. And then over here, I've got a mix of pigs, cows, and goats. You can see I've got some mods for my animals. Okay, up here I've got my, I'm doing this so backwards, I'm sorry. I should have probably been better about this. This is my greenhouse. So I plant my trees on the outside. I always fill the inside of my greenhouse with ancient fruit. I find that that is going to be the best thing for me. I've got the iridium sprinklers in here. I also have some torches on them so I can see if it's dark. But that is what that looks like. And then up here, I have another shed. This is my wine shed. So you can see kind of how I do this. So I have an entire thing that I can like walk in and around, which you can't really see because of all the pop-ups. I'm not going to collect this just because it's going to take me forever. But I can walk in and around just like this. And I think there's maybe 137. I'm not all too sure. Over here is where I have my obelisks and then a bit of a tree farm. Grandpa is back in here. He's fully lit up. I can't entirely get to him. This is where I have all of my lightning rods, and then I have some fish ponds. So this, I have some sturgeon. This, I've got the lava eel because I like having the spicy eel for the cavern days. This I normally have full of plants, so you can kind of see how I fill this out. You can fit, I wrote it down up here, 402 crops down here whenever it is seasoned, so that's how I have that. And then there's another shed down here, which is another wine shed. not hard to tell how I like to make money. I've got this path that leads down to the forest, and then we have this way here. So here is my little cave over here. I have mushrooms on this one. I don't use mushrooms anymore, but that's the way that I am on this save. Here I have my coops. Again, normally full of glass, but you can tell that I like to have my animals have ponds. So here I've got a weird spot for my mayonnaise machines, but this is a bunch of chickens. We have a golden chicken over here, which I think is kind of fun. And then over here, we've got some more chickens and some dinosaurs and some rabbits and a duck. So we've got kind of a good mix of things. I have a bunch of silos to the point that I can have 960 pieces of hay. This farm is starting to look like a bit of a mess because it's not meant to have all of these extra like trees and things. So here I have maple syrup, and then I've got my little mushroom log spot here. This connects up to the house. And then what else have I not shown you? This over here, I've got a slime hutch, and I don't use the slime hutch often, but here we are with my slime hutch. So I don't remember the last time that I used a slime hutch, but in here I have a bunch of tiger slimes, and then I can just use all of this to make some slime eggs, which then gets me more money. So that's what this is kind of looking like. It's a bit of a mess, but hey. But yeah, this one's definitely a lot more structured than some of my other farms. I'll have to go ahead and make a video at some point of the one farm that I just completed. It was a Stardew expanded. But yeah, I think that's everything for this farm. It is fully maxed out. I have every single relationship up as high as I can get them, other than Freddy, of course. My skills are done, my mastery is done. I've collected all of the stellar drops and everything. Maybe we'll go ahead and head over here just so I can show you that it is like perfected. Now I feel like my outfit's silly. Oh, that's another thing. I've got a bunch of ancient fruit going on over here. I've got corn, I've got broccoli, I have pineapple. I think this is a strawberry plant. Anything that I kind of could possibly need, I've got growing over here on the beach farm, which I never decorate, so I'm not even going to bother showing you the house. It's just another spot for crops for me. And then if I come over here, so you can see down here, 100% complete. I have done absolutely everything on this farm, so I don't typically play it anymore. But yeah, that's how that's looking. And maybe, I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go ahead and download Expanded and I'll show you my expanded farm. So just give me 1 second. Alright, we are back, and I have officially put the mod back in my game, and I believe it's this one. Pretty sure. So this is Wildflower Farm. It's been one that I've played throughout this year, and we'll wait for it to load up. It might take a little second because it's getting everything loaded for Expanded. But you can already see the difference in my house. So up here I've got my bedroom. Down here I have a living room area. And then this is a children's bedroom. I'm married to Lance in this save. And this is another save that I have fully perfected. I have one child. This is Elowin, who I apparently am throwing up in the air. And then over here I've got kind of a little computer office setup. This is kind of like my witchy cauldron area, and then a bathroom. So I do have some furniture mods, which is why my game looks like this. This is Lance's area. This is kind of like a formal living room kind of vibe. This is my little greenhouse kind of setup. I guess it's not necessarily a greenhouse, but you cannot pick up locked furniture. I'm not trying to pick up anything. just wanted to water those, that's all. And then this is my entrance area, so I've got a little kind of reading nook here. We've got another kind of living room area, my kitchen. This is Lance. Adore him. I prepared for the flower dance ceremony and will gladly take your hand and dance, my darling. Is it the flower? Bad day to do this then. And then this is my dining room with a little fake door. It doesn't lead anywhere. This is my downstairs, so you can definitely see I've added some more casks down here. And then we can go ahead and head out. So this is my farm, and you can already see quite a bit different than my one that I just toured. So over here I've got my golden clock. This is Lance's little spot up here, so I haven't really done anything there. I've got my horse right here. This is where I put my obelisks. I feel like I put them in such a weird spot, but I like them there. There should be a cat around here somewhere. Don't know where she is. This is kind of like my little greenhouse area. I've got a mill over here, and then I've got Grandpa over here. Oh, I guess I hadn't been over here yet. So anyways, we just got that, and now I have to find a spot for that on this farm, I guess. But this is my little cave, which is the fruit cave this time. And then if we head over this way, so this is my greenhouse. Very similar setup to the last farm. I don't really do a whole lot different there. Oh, there's my cat. This is Honey. But this is where I've got my, I guess it's spring, so I guess this would be strawberries right now with my little Junimo. He's just kind of hanging out over here. And then I decorated over here, so I've got another little cabin. Nothing going on in here. It's just decorative with a cute little kind of like seating area. So this farm, you can definitely tell I was definitely way more into decorating than normal. I've got this kind of little veggie patch over here. Why? I don't know. I've got a bunch of silos here, and then I've got two sheds down here. So one's a crystallarium, one is my chests. So you can see in here everything's kind of working away. And then over here, it's not, well, I do have some chests in here, but it's also a lot of dehydrators apparently, and all of my other stuff that I didn't want out on my farm. So then over here, you can kind of see how I have this set up. I don't even remember. I want to say this is maybe the wilderness farm, forest farm. Oh. I'm breaking my own farm. Well, okay. Anyways, what I was trying to do is go in here. So here I've got, this is my coop and my barn. This are modded from Expanded. So here is what this looks like inside. And you'll see some peculiar animals around here. So we've got like geese like this. I've got a bear. I have a camel. Like there's a bunch of just random kind of animals. And then this is what my barn looks like. So that is that. And I thankfully put an exit on this side too. Anyways, I know we just ran around here, but we're doing it again. Over here is a lot more just kind of like natural. I put a bunch of trees and such and some mushrooms. Here I've got my honey. So I don't know what happened to the flower that was here. There was a blue jazz there. But that is my honey setup. And then over here I've got a winery, which is why my sheds are not, because I've got a winery in here. So here's what we're looking like here, which this is kind of an expensive upgrade, but it's also kind of fun just to have. So you can see there's no slime or anything this time, but that's my farm. And then if I head to this one, I'm always scared I'm going to hit the wrong obelisk. So this is definitely not anywhere near as done. There's a few little random things going on around here. Not as much ancient fruit as the last one, but if we head over here, we are. So here's my Have I not been anywhere since I hit perfection? There we are. So you can also see that I have hit 100% here as well, which this one kind of surprised me that I had done as much, because I feel like there's so much more to do. Like, there's so much to craft and everything. My chests on this one. Like, I can tell you this. Oh, because they're in a shed. Like, I am not organized at all on this save, and this is what I normally look like. It's a bit of a mess. Oh, it's a catalog. I was like, what is this object? Why can I not get rid of it? Interesting. But anyways, this outfit's kind of a little bit wintery, so that actually kind of worked out in my favor. But there's 2 of my farms. If anybody's interested in seeing some more of my other ones, let me know. I don't know exactly what my other ones look like. I only remember these 2. But there is my farm tours. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, you can go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe. I post 2 to 3 times a week right now. If you are already subscribed and want notifications when I post, hit that bell down below. I will make sure that your notifications are turned on, because some people will go ahead and do that, but then they don't get the notification because they're not turned on. But yeah, if you want to see some more Stardew Valley videos from me, or farm tours, or anything of that sort, let me know. And thank you again to Fumu for providing me with a pair of glasses alongside a code to provide to all of you. Make sure that you are keeping yourself safe this holiday season. If it's snowing outside like it is here, make sure that you are protecting your eyes and your skin. Wear sunscreen, wear sunglasses, anything that's going to kind of help you out. And I will see you all in my very next video. Bye, lovelies.